Well, welcome here to the Barclaycard Arena in Birmingham after a sellout concert in Leicester. We're in Birmingham. Yes, you guessed it right. It's the king of Bollywood, Arijit Singh. We'll be here showing you a full preview of exactly the concert, talking to some of the promoters, talking to some of the sponsors. And as we have arrived here, the stage is being set up, the musicians have arrived, and we'll take you throughout the concert. One, two, three, four.
चाहे सब कुछ छोड़ के आना तू तेरे और मेरे मिलने का मौसम आया है सब सच बात तुझे सीने से लगाना है प्यार में तेरे हद से गुजर जाना है इतना प्यार किसी पे पहली बार आया है देखो तो हर की बेखबर है इसको जाना किधर है जो वक्त आए जाने क्या दिखाए
with us we have one of the greatest managers, promoters in India, known by Tarsame Mittal, TM Talent Management, who manages over 25 to 30 international artists. And you happen to be manager for Arijit Singh, one of the biggest Bollywood legends at the moment. Tarsame, tell us, what can people expect? If you look at Bollywood, Bollywood's big. What do you need to collaborate with the orchestra? What's the concept behind this?
So Arijit is an artist who has been always trying to explore new things in music. We started touring in 2013, and we used to have a 6-piece band. I mean, 6 musicians on stage and a few engineers with us. And then we did about 30-35 shows in that year. Then we realized that it's getting monotonous, and Arijit wanted to explore something new. So we added a few other band members, a couple of more engineers, and then we created that thing. Then again, that time came when he did about 40-50 gigs, and he was bored of doing the same thing again.
Yeah.
And then he always wanted to do symphony, and so we kind of decided that we should take this challenge. So Sunny is the one who produces with Arijit on the shows, and Sunny and Arijit decided, and we took that challenge, and that's how we did the symphony. So we knew a person called Jatanil, who is based in UK. He's actually handling PRS for India, and we got in touch with the orchestra through him, and then we collaborated with the London Grand Symphony Orchestra, and we did a show in Dubai and London. Then we went to the US, so on the same way we collaborated with the orchestra in America, and we did that tour. And then we collaborated with another orchestra in India who are from Chennai, and we did all the rest of the tours there. And then when we were done with symphony, I mean, it's actually not it's not a symphony, it's an alternate symphony, because it's not that slow as symphony is. So we've done about 23 gigs from January 2015 to May 2016. We took a break, so we wanted to explore the next thing. I mean, what do we do next? So this concert, as you have seen in Leicester, it's actually a mix of a lot of forms of music. So we have one section which is alternate symphony, where Arijit is collaborating with musicians from Europe. So most of them are from Germany, including a few from Belgium, a few from Amsterdam, and other parts of Europe. So Sunny actually got in touch with Christian. So Christian is the one who's arranging the entire orchestra and who's also the conductor for the show. And I mean, that's how we collaborated. And one is alternate symphony, the other is unplugged, which Arijit is very well known for. We have a section of EDM as well. This is the first time Arijit is doing EDM on stage. And then we've also introduced 4 singers this time.
Okay.
So there are 3 playback singers who have got successful playbacks, who are also performing as vocalists with Arijit. So they are throughout the show adding vocals to the whole arrangement, and plus they are also doing their solo performances.
Okay. I just want to ask you one thing. If for example you didn't include the symphony orchestra, Arijit's big anyway. He's sold out Wembley Arena, so it's not really. I mean, you as a company are looking artistically, because you could be making money selling concerts, but you're adding the new things apart from Arijit. You are very creative yourself. You have to be as a promoter. I mean, is this something that you wanted to do as well, or just Arijit he wants to do it, and you as a manager promoter, okay, I have to listen to him? Or is this something that you believe in as well?
Okay, so I'll give you the right answer. To be very honest, it's always the artist who actually needs to be creative, needs to be passionate, needs to understand what he wants to do, and then that's how it flows from the top. So the artist to the manager, manager to the promoter, promoter to the audience. That's a standard thing. Fortunately, the 3 people who actually takes all the decisions about Arijit Singh shows, which is Arijit Singh himself, Sunny Sonor, and me and my team, we are all crazy. Okay, we all wants to do new things. We all wants to try new things. We really don't think too much about how commercial. I mean, we create a commercial balance. We have to, but we really don't bother about too much about what will be the commercial impact on that thing. We feel happy by doing stuff, and we are not someone who will only think creative and do anything which is not liked by people. We want to create creative stuff which are acceptable by people. So Arijit is a very hard-working person. I mean, before this tour started, I think 7 days, 7 nights he has worked sleepless, and in fact, yesterday also after the Leicester concert, he hasn't slept.
Oh, yeah.
So he was working the whole night, and then we just reached Birmingham now.
Is he nervous? Why is he not slept?
It's good to be nervous sometimes. He's not nervous. What happens is, whenever you do something for the first time, for example, you launched your channel for the first time. So the first few days of operations is the time when you learn what's going on wrong, and you improve and you become perfect. So this is that stage for us now. This is the first tour. So the first tour, we are bound to make mistakes. We are happy that we didn't make much. And people loved the performance. We're just trying to improve. Just trying to improve as we go.
I mean, TM has a sort of roller coaster of about 30 artists, and now you're just working at Arijit. I mean, the 29 artists are sitting in India saying, look, you've got the connections, you've got the PR, why aren't you working? You've got Sajid Wajid, you've got Hariharan, who's probably a top ghazal singer. They must be pressuring you. Why are you just working with Arijit and not other artists?
No, it's not like that. I'll tell you. What happens is everybody has their time. Everybody has their, has their own thinking and what they want to do in life. And I have 22 artists to correct, not 30.
Okay.
And I have artists in different genres. So Hariharan sir has done Soul India tour even before I was his manager. And he's done tours all around the world. He must have done 500 shows, and he's still doing a lot of shows. He has a ghazal format. He has a Colonial Cousin, the first Indo-fusion format. So they have seen that, done that. I mean, actually, I am new to them. I mean,
so Arijit is still a baby, you're saying?
Arijit is just 29-year-old, and Arijit is just born. I mean, he's just arrived. There is the entire life to go. So most of my artists who are big are all legendary artists. Like Sajid Wajid has been there since about 20 years. Their first album Divana launched in 1996, if I'm not wrong. So understand, I mean, they have seen the world. They have done everything in their life. Right now, I mean, I'm just trying to add value to their catalog and their work. But they've done that, seen that. I will be very, very happy. I mean, we are trying a lot of new things with them also. Rekha Bhardwaj.
Sufi singer?
Yeah. So Rekha Bhardwaj is like family. I mean, she's one of the closest person from our artist roster to the entire team. And I have a team of about 40 people working for me. So it's not that I just work for Arijit. So
what's your background? How did you come into this? We get to hear about TM artists, but what's you as a promoter, as a manager? What's your background? Why do you love music? What's your getting into the industry? Why have you gone into it?
So I am a typical lower middle class person who started working at an early age and who tried luck into different things the way it came to me. I did modeling when I was 19. I used to compare shows. Then I shifted to Bombay. I'm originally from a place called Guwahati.
Where's that?
That's in Assam. That's in Northeast India.
Okay.
So we shifted from there, and I was managing a different variety of artists. I was consulting Laughter Challenge at one point of time, even where Kapil Sharma was there. And then finally, I thought that music is my forte, and I started managing musicians right from Indian Idol 1, 2004. And then I managed a lot of artists. Then Zubeen Garg came into my life. Zubeen Garg is again the biggest artist in Northeast India. He sung about 15-20,000 songs in that language. And in Bollywood, he sang Ya Ali, which is one of the biggest songs. And there are a lot of Jaane Ka Chahe Man Bawa, a lot of songs. So I started my career with them. I thought that music is my forte. So when I shifted finally with my family to Bombay, 2012, then I created this brand, and it's very coincidental that there was no company in India who was managing only musicians. So we became the first company who was managing only musicians. And my name became, very synonym to that, because TM stands for my name, TM stands for talent management, TM stands for a positioning which is truly musical.
So was it TM, it was Tarsame Mittal and someone advised you, no, don't use your name, use Truly Musical, or how did that come?
So my company's name is Tarsame Mittal Talent Management. So, and Truly Musical is our caption, the positioning of the brand. That's what we are from our heart. So that's how it's all matched, and I'm happy that it's working.
I would say that with any artist, the success is based on the team, the work that you've done, the work that your team's done. When, for example, if an artist ever leaves that team, Do you think that the success is still there? That's the question I want to ask you.
See, everybody has. I mean, there is no team in this world which is the best and the most perfect. So I am happy that I have a good team, but it will not be true if I say that there is no other team who can work better than us. So if an artist goes to a better team, better will happen to him. If an artist goes to a bad team, then bad will happen to him. It's just like that. It's depend on which team you select.
I think one thing, you've got musical composition, you got genres. One thing about a song, lyricists are very important. Do you have a lyricist in your company? And
As of now, not. I mean, I will definitely plan for this. It's a good suggestion, but as of now, no.
Well, Tarsame Mittal, thank you very much for the in-depth interview. Wish you all the best with your concert here today. Manchester and also Wembley Arena. We pray that your team prospers and keeps together. Thank you much for your time. Thanks.
Thank you so much.